Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead and back for supper. But before I start cooking dinner, I want to thank a few people for some stuff and then we'll get started with dinner. The first thing is I got a card from Kendra over at Kendra Full of Joy, and she had sent me a long time ago some bookmarks and for my Bible study and stuff, and it had broken, and she remembered and she sent me 2 of them with it. So thank you so much, Kendra, for that. That's wonderful. I love it. Now, I had a rough Sunday, rough week last week. And so Carrie, she sent me a t-shirt that I've been wanting. So it says, "You do you, boo." I love that. Thank you so much, Carrie. I love you, girl. You're just amazing, incredible woman. Thank you. And then the third thing is I had put it on my wish list because we were thinking about getting them for Jack. And I decided that, you know what, I'll keep them on my wish list so that Jack and I can both use them, because we're trying to learn to freeze up our leftovers so that we have meals for later on, especially for him too, because you know, he has leftovers and then he overeats and whatever. So, this got sent from Cindy. So there's a package of 50. They're the little black single tray. And then they come with lids as well. And they're freezable, dishwasher safe, everything, so you can keep reusing them over and over again. So Cindy, thank you. That's going to really help with our food preservation and saving stuff for dinners and lunches and all that good stuff. So I appreciate that. So let me take care of this stuff and then I'll be right back for dinner. Alright, so this week has not only been so that we can learn to cook cheaper meals, but also easy. Again, I am looking up a few things that maybe I can make in the crock pot. But what I like to do is easy recipes so that if you don't have a whole lot of time, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time when you get home to cook. Because I've noticed that with my kids, you know, especially the ones with the kids, it's really, really hard for them to put together a full dinner because, you know, you're picking up kids from daycare, you're picking up kids from school, and, you know, you've worked 10 hours or 12 hours or 16 hours, whatever it happens to be, and it's just an awful lot to try to put everything together. So this week I'm trying to do super easy meals too as well. And hopefully that helps for those people that are really, really busy. So I am going to make hot hamburger sandwiches. Now, I know I've seen these in the restaurant several times. And I don't remember if I've made them before, and I really didn't look it up. But I told Tom, I says, I'm not really a gravy person, but it looks really, really good. So he's like, yeah, I like that too. So, well, sometimes he wins. So, yes, my hands are clean. I'm going to do 4 burgers. And the recipe actually calls for 4 burgers. And then I'm going to do something different at the end, too, because I want to use up a few things. So, sometimes we have to adapt because we want to do something different. And you know what? Just because the recipe says something doesn't mean that you need to. So like when I got that hamburger for $2.49, and actually they have mushrooms this week for $1.19 a package. And nothing I'm cooking this week needs mushrooms. So that's alright. But anyways, when I see specials like that, I grab them. Now you know I can't do hamburgers without my hamburger spice. I absolutely love my hamburger spice. I don't care what we're cooking with it. I love it. So now once it gets starting to cook a little bit, I'm going to smash it out as far as I can go because, you know, you want your sandwich kind of filled with your burger. You don't want it to be just in the middle and that's it, you know. So hopefully I can make this good, and I hope it turns out good. But we're going to have, instead of fries, we're going to have mashed potatoes with it and one of my canned vegetables, and then I'm going to make some gravy. So hopefully this turns out good. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to package it for Tom's lunch tomorrow. So that if you need to pack something for your, you know, for later, or for your spouse or whatever for lunch the next day. So that maybe, I'm hoping that it'll be a great idea to do it this way. So we'll see. Alright, I'm going to let this fry a little bit and then I'll be back. Alright, so while the burger's still frying, I figured we should just get everything else ready. So I'm going to use 2 packages of the instant potatoes. So I've got 4 cups of really hot water in there. Sometimes you can't see where they want you to rip it at. We'll figure it out. And then get that mixed up. Believe it or not, I love real mashed potatoes, but I do like instant potatoes. And the best one that I like actually is the Walmart, the one that's the buttery. I like that the best. And they were on sale, I think for 85 cents this week or something. So we've got that all mixed up pretty good. So mashed potatoes are ready. Now how I'm going to package this up is I want to package it on my white plates because more than likely I'll have to rewarm it up for Tom because he's going to vote today. So I don't know what time he'll be home with that. Jack and I already voted today. Now he has to go do it. Alright, Tom is going to get 2 sandwiches, and this is that bread that I got for free with my coupons. So I'm pretty excited about that. Use that up. And then I'm going to do 1 for his lunch tomorrow. Boy, that about killed that whole loaf. Pretty close anyway. Alright. So now the hamburgers are just about done. So let me push this down here so you can see maybe more than 1 plate anyway. I'm going to turn the heat off. And then let's get these hamburgers put on the bread. I did smush them so that they'd be spread out a little bit. I think that turned out pretty good. And then we've got 1 for his lunch tomorrow. Alright. Now we're going to get this water boiling. Now the thing that's going to be different than what it was on the recipe that I'll send to you, it says to take some shredded up cheese and put on top of it. Well, I have a couple of packages of cheese, and you know how that works when you you don't use the last couple pieces and the next time you go in they're not any good. Well, we don't want that to happen. So I've got a couple pieces of Swiss that we'll use up. I don't want anything to go to die in the refrigerator. And then we've got some mozzarella here. I got 1 more piece, so I think I'm going to put the Swiss cheese on mine, and then he can have all mozzarella. Now it says to put a little bit of gravy over top of it so that it will melt. So let's get that water boiling, and I'll be right back. Alright, so in the water, I've got boiling water, and I've got 9 tablespoons of the brown gravy mix. And we're going to get that all mixed up really, really nice. I need to order some. I'm like almost out of that. And it's so much cheaper than I used to buy just cans of gravy. I don't want to do that anymore. It's too expensive. Alright, that looks beautiful. Alright, so we're going to turn that off. Let me move these a little bit. So what I'm going to do for Tom is I'm going to do like, I'll show you in a minute here. So, but they say to put just a little bit of gravy on top of that burger so that it can actually help melt the cheese. Now mine's going to be reheated up, so I'm not too awfully concerned with that. And his one for work, I'm not going to do that at all. So let's put these on there. I forgot my knife. Dang it. I tell ya. Sometimes I just would forget my head. So I'm going to cut those in half. I made these in a restaurant years ago, but I didn't like gravy. And so it wasn't a big deal for me. But now I actually like gravy. Or I'm starting to. How's that? Alright, so we're going to separate his like that. I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to do mine. And then do his one for work. Alright, let's put my big old knife away now. No more danger to society. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Alright. Now you know what? That's not going to leave me much room for his vegetables. So I'll just scoot that in just a little bit. Tom loves mashed potatoes. So we're going to put him a great big pile in the center. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to deafen your eardrums. I'm going to put some on mine. He could seriously live on mashed potatoes, you guys. No joke. He could live on any kind of potatoes. I don't know who we're kidding here. We might have gotten away with one, I guess. Alright. There's a little bit left, and I'm sure he'll eat it, no problem. Now, I decided since I'm going to have to warm this back up, I'm not going to heat up my home carrots first because, well, if I got to reheat dinner, I'll just put it along the side there. I figured why reheat it? And I'll just kind of stick some down in there with his. Alright. So then we're going to take that gravy and we're going to pour it over the sandwiches first. Look at his mashed potatoes. He is going to love this, you guys. Look at that. And then I'm going to put some on mine. I can't wait to try this, actually. Now what I'm going to do so his doesn't get all smushy and ucky for work, I'm going to put gravy in this little bowl. Put that lid right there. So then when he's heating up dinner, then he'll have, that's hot. Let me just pour this in there. Could take all day like that. All right. So I'm going to put his into a gallon bag. It's on the paper plates. I'll put it in the gallon bag. And then I'll have his gravy off to the side separate. And then there's his meal. Tell me that doesn't look delicious. And there's mine. So, let me get a fork out here. I'm kind of hungry anyway. Let's give this bad boy a try. Swiss cheese actually is my favorite, so. All right, let's get a little bit of potato there too. Oops. I don't normally do my plate like that, but so good. Why hadn't I done this before? All right, so if you got the hamburger like I did, that was just about a pound, maybe just a little bit more. 4 pieces of cheese, so that's $2.50, maybe $3 because of the cheese. $2 for the mashed potatoes, so that's $5. And then the gravy, another $1. So $6. And we have 2 meals plus lunch for tomorrow. And it was quick and easy. So, you know, I think that's the best thing, is if we can find quick and easy, yummy, tasty, and tell me that doesn't look beautiful. Yummy. Hello. I didn't count the bread because I got the bread for free. But even then it'd be like maybe $6.50. So that's not too bad for 2 full meals, and you could stretch it out farther if you didn't have a Tom eater. So I'll be back when he gets here and let him taste test and see what he thinks, and I'll get his lunch packed up too. So thanks for all the gifts, you guys. You don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it when you do. That's awesome. Makes me feel really, really special. So I'll be back. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you doing?
Dandy.
You know, your voted sticker's upside down. Jeez, Tom. There you go. So these are hot hamburger sandwiches. Give it a bite. What do you think?
Looks good.
Lots of mashed potatoes with gravy and some corn.
I put it on upside down so I could remind myself that I voted. See, otherwise it would be like everybody else.
Look at you. You shaved and a haircut. Wow. I might have to fall all in love with you again. You actually look like a dude. Got the kids at 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. It's so funny. We were talking on the phone, and I said, tell your boss he has to get you to work. And he says, why is that? And I go, because I'm having grandma withdrawals. And not even 3 minutes later was it. And his boss texted him, 6 o'clock in this one town, which is like 2.5 hours away. So he goes, well, I guess you got him at 3 o'clock in the morning then. I said, maybe I need to do that so that he can work every day and I get to see my grandbabies more. So tomorrow, 3 a.m., got some little children coming over. My grandson comes over, and the first thing he does, isn't it, Tom? He goes over and he goes, juice? And he knows what part of the refrigerator it's in. And then he goes over to the other cabinet and stands there and points at it. Oh, I got to recharge AJ's light, too. Ugh. Grandma duties. But anyways, Tom's going to eat. He's tired and he's hungry. And you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing. And bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Have a good night, guys.